Thanks for coming back, everyone. We will now get started with our panel discussion. Artosis and I will be moderating. Artosis, let's hear your thoughts on the whole event.
Sure. So I don't know how many really good topical questions I'm going to have for everybody, but I do have some stuff to say. You know, I've been in esports for 20 years now, and I've worked full-time in esports for 15. Over that time, it's been mostly StarCraft, but I've casted probably 20 different games. And I have to say, the Age scene, you know, I just started Age like 3 weeks ago when I got invited to this, but the Age scene is probably the most welcoming and friendly set of people that I've met. And, you know, I really love RTS. It's like what I do with my life. And learning so much from these guys over the weekend. Age 2 is a game that I honestly, it's like Brood War. I don't think it's ever going to die. I don't think it's ever going to go away. And I really hope it goes mainstream and, like, is always at things like DreamHacks.
Well said. I can't agree more. Age of Empires has really taken me in with open arms throughout the pandemic, and I think I'm here to stay. I really, really like it here. But one of my favorite highlights of the Grand Melee was actually the show match between ACCM and the Villese, and they're standing right here next to me. So, gentlemen, run us through your thoughts there, whether you wanted to really put on a show or if you wanted to go full try-hard, and how that developed into what it ultimately developed into.
We wanted to just have fun with the show match. There was no prize pool, and it was just a great chance to try some new units and strats, funny strats.
I was trying to win with Vietnamese in the first game, but Villese doing the donkey, so I decided to go Hoang.
All right, I'm going to jump over here real quick. I want to talk to Daut because, okay, Daut, you're almost as old as I am, and yeah, no, that's pretty old. I know, and you're like this married guy with kids, and yeah, and you're actually one of the best players in the world. How long are you going to play Age 2 for? Are you a bit old to be playing video games?
Well, when I look how you're dressed up and how I'm dressed up, I want to be dressed up like this for at least one more year.
At least one more year? It's got to be longer than that, right?
Oof. I hope so. I definitely hope so.
Well, speaking of the GL boys, we had a great cast between Daut and Jordan. Jordan, tell us your experience about casting in front of a live LAN audience.
So if I'm not mistaken, that was the very first time casting in front of a live audience, and it was obviously a very special feeling, especially with Daut, and yeah, it was just it was beautiful, right? I really enjoyed it. We also had the pleasure to go through 7 games, so it's definitely nice.
I think the fans loved it, and Twitch chat did as well. It was really great analysis and amazing insights.
All right. Next, I want to actually ask one of our casters a question here. Originally, this event was only going to have Nili and Dave as casters, but Ornlu came pretty last second, and I think did a great job, everybody. Ornlu, I just kind of want to know what your thoughts were on coming in very last second, how you enjoyed the event, and what's your future going to look like in casting in Age? Because I thought you did a great job.
Well, thank you, Artosis, for your kind words, and I just hope you guys enjoyed it. It was incredible coming here. You know, when they asked me, okay, do you want to come here? Do you want to cast Age of Empires? Yeah, it's like what I love doing, and just having this opportunity to work with all these incredible talents, and of course casting some of the very best players in the world. I just am so grateful to be a part of it.
Well, I've got a question for our finalists here. I overheard when we were chatting with Roxy and you two that the loser, or the winner rather, pays for the holidays. So, Leary, where do you want to go on vacation?
You know, there are better moments to talk than right now, but We'll see. I mean, something warmer than Germany. Something more open.
It is quite chilly here. I didn't get a chance to let you finish your question, or at least the order didn't let you finish answering your question. Where are you going from here?
Well, like back to the grind at home with the stream, and then after that, looking forward to future tournaments, pretty much.
We are too. You guys play amazing, and we'd love to watch more.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to sneak over here and talk to the GOAT for a minute. So, Viper. Yeah. All right. So, Viper, this is actually something I was thinking about because I've just been talking to the other casters about like the history of all the players and things. And this is actually something I already knew about you. Viper was a very highly ranked Grandmaster in StarCraft 2 as well. Obviously, the GOAT in AoE 2. He won the first big AoE 4 tournament. I'm trying to figure out now, because I've been like scraping my brain trying to figure out who else is like you. And only like 4 names come up that are actually championship quality in multiple RTSs. So would you say that you might be like the most talented RTS player in the world?
No chance, no chance. Age of Empires, I mean, see who I'm competing against. It's when those are the opponents, it's always easy. No, I mean, I think there's a lot of talented players here. We see, like, Hera was also in Age of Empires 4. Daut also put in good performance in AoE 4. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of good talent in Age of Empires 2, and we just love Age of Empires 2. That's kind of why we stay here, and I think most here could have done good in other RTS games as well. It's just not me.
Well, let's move on over to our other casters, Nilly and Dave. Nilly, obviously you starting the LAN scene in Age of Empires back with NAC. Let's hear your thoughts on the evolution of LANs within Age of Empires.
Well, obviously we had some before that as well, right? But obviously we achieved some reach there, certainly, and it is just, I don't think that people at home really see how much work goes into an event like this, right? And honestly, I was really scared that this could fail. But what they achieved in the very short time that they have here, the Order of the Sheep, is just completely mind-blowing to me. How hardworking they were till the last second, till the stream was starting, how much they grew into it, right? Especially like the production, like they weren't really into Age of Empires that much. Like the Order of the Sheep, completely new founded. Like they have to find themselves there. How do they organize? And then doing this extremely fun tournament with one of the greatest games I've ever seen. I'm so proud to be part of it.
Well said, well said. And Dave, obviously you are not a stranger to Age of Empires 2. This was a phenomenal tournament. I don't think I've ever seen a tournament that ran the distance as much as the Grand Melee here. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I mean, Nilly said one of the greatest games I've ever seen. I don't know which game you're talking about. So that should give you an indication. I mean, we had some amazing games in the final. The first day, I think we had the potential to play 20 games. We played 19, which is just incredible level of Age of Empires 2. And like Nilly said, like, the wind-up for this tournament was so short, and the things that they did behind the scenes were absolutely amazing here. So I'm thrilled to be part of this. I'm looking forward to future LAN events, future online tournaments, and I'm super happy for Hera to take home a LAN event victory, and the way he did was just amazing. So I'm really, really proud of Hera. I said it like a dad back there. It's like, I'm proud of you, son, but I am because I've been watching him since the beginning. So as a fellow Canadian, I'm super happy for him.
Well said. As a fellow Canadian, I am always loving it when we see Canada in spot #1. I don't think we've heard from Tato yet, so let me walk on over. Tato, it's always such a pleasure to watch you play. How did it feel watching your teammates and your fellow AM members battling it out today in such an intense final?
It was amazing. I think the final is the best we were hoping for. And like, for example, the result it was something that I had never seen before. Probably Leaks, he was streaming as well, and he was losing his mind. Like, what are these guys doing? They don't know how to do it. But yeah, I think all the players had played like an amazing set, how, like Dave said. and I think everyone should be pleased what we have witnessed here.
Well, I'm just going to quickly ask if we have time for questions from the audience. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to run on down. Artosis, while I do that, if you have some final thoughts that you'd like to mention, feel free.
Yeah, this tournament was great. It was great. Looking forward to hearing some questions from the crowd. And I'll bring the mic over to whoever they are for. But thank you to the crowd for staying here and letting us talk to you a little bit.
Anyone have questions? Questions for anybody? Oh, okay.
Hello. First of all, I want to say congrats to Hera, of course. It was really nice to watch. Hello? Oh, okay. First of all, I want to say congrats to Hera. It was really nice to watch. It was a pleasure, I think, for all of us. And I wanted to ask you what you were thinking in I think it was the 7th game where you were will fighting, taking every will away. Louis was doing the same, and if you even knew which state the game was in. If you had like an overview of the game there, or if it was just all random and strange.
Yeah, I mean, we both wanted to fight for the center, so we basically have to commit. And I was very shaky because it was like one bad micro and I lose the game, but I managed to pull back all my vills. I think he did a better job keeping his TC running, but I got more kills in the end, so it was pretty epic. Yeah, just not much thinking, just more clicking than that.
Oh, I see a question in the back. Let me mosey on over. Okay.
Hello. At first, I want to thank the tournament organizer and all the players for this awesome tournament. We all had a lot of fun the past 3 days. And my question is, target towards everyone. If one of you guys already have a plan for your life after your esports career, if you want to keep working in esports, or if you want to go for a more casual job.
If I understood the question right, it was if we want to keep working for esports, right? Something like that?
What do you want to do after your esports career? After you
I'm done as a player. Do you have something in mind?
No.
Have ideas open?
No, sadly.
Hopefully that's a long way. But right now I'm just gonna focus on what I'm doing in life and also gaming. Obviously this brings me so many opportunities, and you know, even though it's hard for me to talk right now, I'm still so grateful for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for questions, but obviously a lot of these talent are streamers, so feel free to direct it to their Twitch chats. Artosis, any final wrap-ups before we say thank you everyone for watching and coming into DreamHack, a very wonderful event?
Well, that was basically what I was going to say, Ellie. It's been a great event, everybody. Thank you very much to the players. They put on fantastic games for us. To the Order of the Sheep, to the whole production crew, and thanks to all the fans for watching, because without you guys, there's no esports.
Have a wonderful night, everybody. Should I say